So let me tell you about a recent encounter that I had. So I experienced sexual assault when I was younger. Um, there were several violations at different periods of times in my life by more than one person. And I shared that with someone. And during the later on, you never think that someone would try to use it against you or be insensitive or make statements or do anything like that, you know. And so when I said something like I was violated, you know what I'm saying, the person was like, you were violated before you met me. And how insensitive is that? You know, it's insensitive because you don't know what somebody's experience is. You don't know what that is like to have that happen to you as a young girl. Your innocence stolen, taken from you, never to return. You can't get it back. You know what I mean? And so when someone gets angry and then they use that and they throw that out there, you think, wow, seriously? Is that how you feel? So that means that you don't care about this topic at all. You don't care if something like that happens, but typically it's people that they don't care about their own children. They don't care what happens to young girls in their community. You know, it's a very narrow mind, narrow view. You know what I'm saying? And girls are being violated all the time at a very young age. Some as young as 5 years old. And for someone to be just callously throwing it out there, like, you know, oh, well, it's too bad, you know, it ain't none of me. It's like, really? You know? And this, and then, you think you hear these things and it's supposed to be people that claim to care about you, but then they're throwing these things at you. And this is what I mean about the stuff people saying insensitive stuff and ignorant stuff all the time. People just talk out the side of their neck on a regular basis and they don't think about the repercussions of their statements because basically you're basically saying that it's cool for a young girl to be violated and that, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I mean about all of this. I don't know. Especially when I hear somebody that is trying to make it like their cause, like they care about us as a people. But then you make statements like that when you don't even have any clue how many women are being victimized and how many young girls are being victimized all the time. Some for long periods of time, years of their life stolen away, never to be returned. Their whole life is changed. They become a totally different person. It is traumatizing to lose your innocence, and especially if it's more than one person. And I just think that people be saying stuff, and if it ain't never happened to you and it's never happened to your children and whatever else has gone on, maybe if you don't know enough about it, then be quiet. That's what I suggest and recommend. Educate yourself on the trauma that happens and that occurs. Instead of making statements like the person is fast and they're this and there's that and they're promiscuous and they're this and then this and that. Children don't just start out that way. They have to learn about something. They learn about sex. They don't just come out knowing about it. They have to learn about it. So you know what I'm saying? So the experience that they might get, they might think whatever, they're a child. But once it's turned on, sometimes it's hard to turn it off. And people are just walking around oblivious to the fact that maybe something might be going on. And it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make any sense. And I just feel like people need to really, really think about what they say because people are out here causing more harm than they are good. You know, and I heard a woman say that, we can't come, they're putting out the narrative about us not being able to come together. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, there is a portion of our population, a portion of our community that is doing harm consistently, and they're not interested in changing. And it's been going on for a long time. And so people are tired of that. People are tired of being subjected. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all want to come together. We all want to see change. We all want to be healed. We all want that. But there's some people that don't want that for you, that you might be around in your own community, on your block, in your building, on your street, next door, at your church, at your school, you know. And people encounter these things. And if you are not experiencing those things, congratulations. But there are some people out here that are still being subjected to the madness for whatever reason. So, anyway, it's ridiculous. But like I say, I mean, ignorance, I guess it just ain't gonna never go away. You know, we're gonna be packing that around with us in the society forever and a day. I guess I don't even know.